can get a drink without.
Yeah. Uh-oh. It starts pulling for the MVP award early in the game.
It's real early. I've only had 2 beers.
I don't. All right, guys. He's coming up. Oh, my goodness. What a pretty fish, dude.
We got a hook.
Oh, man.
We're gonna tie it up. What do you want to do, Derek?
We'll get some zip ties on that tail. All right. So here's the thing, guys.
Okay, you got somebody that can break this down, right?
Put it on here. So we can.
I'm just cooking it, right?
Maybe have a thumbnail for the memories.
Right? You think that'll hold?
I don't know.
I get 2.
It's 75 pounds on the zip ties, but we got 3
See, Derek, I like the work.
Derek is like straight up on neck. I'll do everything with zip ties. Isn't that so? Yesterday? Uh-oh. Come on,
Someone's got
guys.
to grab that rope.
I got you.
Oh, my goodness. What a pretty fish, dude. Everything with zip ties.
Got it?
All right. Derek, can we please say I caught that yesterday?
Sure.
Please. All right, guys. I caught that fish yesterday. You guys see the fish I caught yesterday?
Absolutely.
You saw it. It was yesterday, guys. I was on the Onslow Bay yesterday. And we went, yes, I was with Brian Baxter from Baxter Boat Show, and we caught this. And we said, how cool would it be if Fred can cook this for us?
Hey, can somebody pull up a YouTube channel on how to fillet one of these bastards?
Nick Stanzik. I got you. Hold on. Nick Stanzik, the fish fam over there in Isla Morada. He's got a bunch of these. Oh, boy. Look at this. Hey, Derek, you and Fred got to get in front of that. I got to get a thumbnail. Fred, if you got a chance, can you get next to the fish with Derek so I can get this picture for you?
Oh, yeah.
There it is. There it is. That's the picture that I want. All right, guys. Welcome to Charleston, North Carolina, guys. I'm in here, the food boat, and we got Fred Neuville who's going to cook this giant swordfish. Are you guys ready for some amazingness?
I think so.
All right, I want to eat it already. Let's go. What do we got to do?
She's looking pretty, isn't she, Fred?
She is looking pretty. You got some water? Like I can pour on him?
Oh, man. Derek, is this going to be one of your free food events or what? Wait for it.
We're not giving away all the swordfish, but we always some.
Let's see. Is that better?
So they waxed it a little bit prior to you coming just because they knew that you were VIP. I saw the guys, they put like that. I was here just in case, Fred.
I heard that.
We have one shot over here, guys. We got one shot. I'm actually have another camera that we're risking.
Huh? Oh, yeah. It should be fine. I just want to rinse them off real good.
Okay.
You're going to want to get a shot of that.
Yeah.
All right. So this baby is fresh. You can tell. Look at all that. That is beautiful. I mean, he's just right out of the water. So what you want to do is you just want to rinse him off a little bit. Give him a nice bath.
I can see Fred gets into this.
My heart's racing. This is such a beautiful fish.
It is. You know what? And the best thing about it is so many people are going to enjoy this fish. A lot of families will probably be fed to this fish. And it's here at the Charleston Boat Show, guys. What a beautiful fish. Beautiful fish. You should do a follow-up video of how to catch the next one.
I kind of have plans for that.
Fred, down in South Florida, some of the guys will go ahead and eat. Is it the eye? I think it's the eye.
Eat the eye?
Of the swordfish.
Sure.
How does that eye look, Fred? Does that look good?
Yes.
Is that a nice eye?
That is a nice translucent eye.
Because Alfred, I don't know if you've seen the video.
The cloudy eye video. Of course, I saw the video. I'm like a down low fan of Fred. Come on, man. Stop. You're putting me out there, Derek.
All right.
So yes. So Fred, how long can you have this fish for it to be fresh? Like, say he keeps it. I mean, he had it in a cooler and on ice. How long would it be fresh the way it is right now? How long could theoretically it be like that in the cool and the cold?
Whole, he'll last a lot longer whole than he will cut up.
Really?
Yeah, because you think about it, the right now he's not getting a whole lot of oxygen, so the oxygen really isn't breaking him down.
Okay.
You cut him up, you steak him.
Yeah.
You got about 5 days.
Until you freeze them. If you steak them, you
freeze them, and then you vacuum seal, freeze. You can keep them forever.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Cool.
I mean, I wouldn't keep him forever.
Are you gonna?
I'd eat him within a month.
So you're gonna fillet him now and steak him up as well?
Yep.
Oh,
I am.
That's gonna be, guys. This is gonna be interesting content.
Yep.
Wow. And you're watching this live?
We're live right now.
Are we ready to roll?
Yeah, you're ready to roll.
All right.
All right, guys, let's go.
Well, as I say, so what we're going to do is we're going to break this swordfish down. It's a beautiful fish. Before we take him down, I always believe in beginning with the end in mind. And what I mean by that is we have a couple of things that we need to prep before we break him down and before we cook up a little bit of this swordfish, this beautiful swordfish. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back here. I'm going to finish roasting this red pepper, which is a part of the sauce. I'm going to zest some lemon for the sauce. I'm going to dice up a shallot, cut up some tomatoes. Then we'll attack the fish.
All right, guys.
Sound good?
Yeah, let's go see this.
So right now, excuse me. Right now, what I'm doing is I'm finishing roasting this pepper, and you can do it over open flame. You could do it in your oven. You could do it with a torch if you wanted to. I don't like the torch flavor too much because that tastes kind of burnt to me, but that's just my feeling. So what we're going to do is we're going to dice the shallot while that's roasting. Whenever you can, have a couple of things going at the same time. Just like so.
How many years experience, Fred?
I have 45 years of experience. I've been in the business for 45 years. That'll be
5 years, and you haven't worked a day in your life.
No, I have not.
Isn't that an awesome feeling?
Isn't that something?
That is so cool.
Isn't that something? All right. So we got our shallots diced. We're going to just cut up our tomatoes here. This is just more of a garnish. Flip that around. I chose to, now the recipe that, I don't know, have you posted the recipe online?
Yeah.
Okay, the recipe online does not have tomatoes, but I chose to add some. You can choose not to, okay? But tomatoes are a wonderful complement to this dish. The acid and the way that they pop are delicious. Okay, so this is just about done. I'm going to zest my...
Now, to some people, they might think it's overcooked.
Well, those people don't know what they're doing.
That's why you're Fred.
That's why he's Fred.
Yeah, no. So you want it to be black, and then all I'll do is just scrape the skin off, so you don't have skin. And it has a nice roasted, robust flavor for that delicate sauce. So you got everything that we have here that's making the sauce is going to complement each other. So flavor is like a building block. You start off with one flavor and you add and you add and you add, and then it adds to the whole thing, if that makes sense. Okay, so we have roasted, we have the freshness of the tomatoes, the freshness of the parsley from my garden, which I'm surprised survived. Okay, and in the recipe online, you have chicken broth. Now you might think, why am I adding chicken broth to a sauce that's going over a fish? Well, if you don't have fish stock, you can use chicken stock or chicken broth. And what that does is it adds body to your sauce. So it gives it weight. So this is done. Okay, so you see that? That's done. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap it up, and I'm going to let it steam.
So, Fred, how have you learned all these tricks and tips? And I mean, is it just trial and error? What along the way have you said, this will be cool if I do this?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
So along the way, you know, I went to Culinary Institute of America in Hyde Park, New York, and that gave me a 10-year start on everybody else. It was 2-year school, and they just cram you full of knowledge. That, along with working with some wonderful chefs, some great chefs, some chefs that hit me in the back of the head, threw pans at me very hard.
Castaway pans, by any chance?
No castaway pans, thank gosh. Because those are, they would hurt.
He wouldn't be here today.
That's right. That's right. So just along the way. Now, some of my worst mistakes were my greatest learning moments. Like the rib that we used to have at Fat Hen came out to be wonderful. Well, I had to go through 40 pounds of trial and error that I had to throw away until I found the perfect flavor profile.
Now, you never got to experience the rib. The rib is like the one that everyone misses the most. There's nobody in town that duplicates something like that. Is that in your cookbook?
No.
I love that answer. You ain't getting that one.
That'll go to my grave.
That one is Pluck Mud Bride. That's the ones that go in the grave.
That's right.
Oh, man. We're going to have to go ahead and get a ski mask and
we're gonna raid Fred's household.
That's right.
Awesome. You know, I always tell people failure is a part of success, and it's super important.
That's very true.
Right? The faster you fail, the faster you get to where you want to be. I really literally had that conversation with my son. Yes, and I said, listen, I need you to fail fast, right? Because when you fail fast, you know what you don't want to do, what you want to do, and then you're ahead of everything, including your ambitions or whatever you want. So you rather fail fast, and because you're going to fail, because it's a part of success. It's how you deal with it along the way.
Well, failure. This is I just zested a lemon. We don't want to waste any of it. So we're going to zest it, and then what I like to do is I like to roll to release all the juice. Cut it in half, and we are ready to roll on that. Okay, so we have our shallots, our lemon zest, our lemon juice that will juice in there. We have our tomatoes all cut up. We have our, like I said, capers, garlic, parsley, chicken broth, white wine, olive oil, and butter.
Fred, if you lack one of these ingredients, will it affect a lot?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it would.
So you really need to have this dialed in as far as what you need to for what we're doing.
Yes.
So you miss, any of these ingredients, it's a problem.
It's a problem.
Okay.
Olive oil gives you, like I said before, it's all about the building blocks, the flavor profile.
Yeah.
And this flavor profile needs all of these ingredients.
Yeah.
You need the acid, which is the white wine and the lemon. You need to cut through the butter. The butter gives the silky feel on your tongue, gives you creaminess. The capers, salt and flavor, and a little bit of pop in your mouth. Garlic, of course, adds flavor. Shallots, flavor. The chicken broth gives you a depth, gives you viscosity. That's the word I'm looking for.
So as someone that just eats the food,
yeah,
I don't really think it's that deep. But now I'm starting to realize why successful chefs are as successful as they are, because they take it not to just to that level, they take it to an extreme level.
Yes.
So, and I see that, and you know what? In a weird way, it's almost like I'm seeing all this happen right now, and it's like you're going to honor this fish.
Yes.
Literally.
That's a beautiful fish.
Yes, it is a beautiful fish. And look,
beautiful
we got
fish.
A bunch of people are going to see this happen here at the Charleston Boat Show.
This is great.
Beautiful day, and it's nice and cool.
Oh, it's a beautiful day.
It's a beautiful day to be out there to do this.
Yes, it's like, 50 degrees out. All right, we ready to do this?
All right, so are we going to move her?
Okay, I'm ready to cook.
Okay,
Who you got to cut the fish? You got somebody break the fish down? I've never broken down a swordfish.
You look at me, I'm looking at you. I know where I got to go.
I'm just going back to Miami.
Listen, I'm still kind of cold.
All right, let's take this thing.
This is beautiful, guys.
All right, so we've washed the fish off. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take him down.
Derek, did they tell you how much that fish weighed?
It was a 51-pound fish.
51 pounds.
Yeah. Whoa. All right, let's take that off and I'll turn him around. Watch that sword.
It's okay. You know, recently on social media, they just posted on social media a swordfish that took out a shark.
Yeah. Well, you know what that brings up? That brings up, what do they do with this? This well-rounded bill. Well, number one, what they do is they thrash it back and forth. And the reason why they do that is to stun their prey. Makes it easier to eat. They also use it as a defense mechanism against sharks and whales. Swordfish are an apex predator in the ocean, so they don't really have a whole lot of things that'll come after them and eat them. Oh, that's all right. I'm going to chop the tail off anyway. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove the tail. We're going to remove the tail. We're going to remove the head. We're going to remove the dorsal fin. And then we're going to break them down. Swordfish have 4 loins. They have the belly, they have the top loin, and then they have a bloodline that runs right through the middle. So first what we're going to do is we're just going to take the tail off. And what I want to do is I want to get in between the cartilage. Yeah, there you go. I got it right there. Okay. Now, I'll show you. This isn't a very good example, but right in the middle of their spine, they have a gelatinous material, and that's called the Jello shot of the ocean.
So good.
Absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious.
You want to try some? We got $100 right now. Get your first dibs. 99.
Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the head off this guy, and you can tell the eyes. Look how clear the eyes are. That is just beautiful. You can also eat the eyes. I've never eaten the eyes.
Oh, they do it in Miami all the time.
Right. So we're going to take the head off. We took the tail off. We're going to take the head off, and now we're going to let me get my other knife here. And we're going to, so you got to find that cartilage again. There you go. Let me flip him over. There we go. Hold on. Yeah. Comes out real easy.
You know there's people right now saying, save me the head, I want to use it for a soup.
Well, there you go. Now, you can use it as a soup, but I wouldn't put too much. You know, whenever I bone a fish, I use the whole thing. You use the skin, you use the bones, you use everything to make a stock with, a fish broth. But with a swordfish, I wouldn't do that, just me personally, because it's a little oily. So you don't want that as a base for your sauce. So now I'm going to take what we call the collar, which is right here. You can feel that. It's real hard. The collar that wraps around the head, we're going to take that off. And you just follow it. Follow that bone.
So this is not your first swordfish, like you told us earlier, Fred. I'm starting not to believe this is not your very first.
No, I've done this before. Just, you got to fool around with Derek every now and then.
So looking at the actual meat on the fish, you can see how fresh it is.
Oh, look at that.
It's
that's sashimi quality. So that's the collar.
That's a Young's Island fish, that thing.
Who caught this? What boat? Do you know?
The LNG, Bill Cox's boat.
Oh, nice.
Young's Island Fish Company.
Nice. See, so I'm going to get right there in the cartilage again. There we go. Look at that right there. That's beautiful. That is what you call a jello shot. Now, what I would do with this is you could do a couple things with it. You could take the spine out, right here. French this bad boy down.
That's a steak in itself.
And then you got a swordfish tomahawk steak. You got a bone in. That bone right there, just French that down. In other words, take the meat away from the bone, and you got a beautiful steak.
Fred, not to take nothing away or say anything bad about Derek, but he built this table before the show started. I just wanted to put that out there.
I think I just might have ruined it.
No, that's fine. I mean, he just literally built it. So
isn't that amazing?
Right behind the collar.
Right behind the collar. Yep. And you can I can get another one out of there as well. Another nice steak out of that. So they're not wasted. Now,
free info here on the food boat.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the dorsal fin off next.
There too. You could have gotten it. We're literally giving away. If you want to try one, he just had one. Yeah.
Let me do this.
Shot, he's willing to.
Willing to what?
To take it down.
Oh yeah. All right. When we get this guy off. There we go. Love that noise. There we go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to break them down into loins. Okay? So whenever you're deboning anything, what you want to do, and I'll flip this around and show you, is follow the bone, follow the skeleton structure, the skeletal structure. Swordfish the skeletal structure is very delicate, so you don't want to cut through it because you cut through the loin. So you got to be very, very careful with that. So I'm going to switch my knives to accommodate this. This is a boning knife. You notice I'm not sawing it. I'm just nice, even slices. Okay? Now, when I'm getting into the middle of the fish, you got to watch out because the spine, you got to kind of come up and over it. Okay? Now I'm going to flip him over. Score it right like that. See what I'm doing there?
Yeah.
So I'm coming from the other side. I'm releasing the meat, the flesh from the bone. You can also, as I'm using my knife, I'm also using the weight of the meat to help me. See? Using the weight of the meat to help me break it down.
Wow.
Look how beautiful that is.
If anybody wants to step closer and take a look at this fish, it's beautiful.
Yeah, feel free to come
Yeah, feel free to come by, guys, and look at how beautiful this fish is.
That is absolutely gorgeous. Look how pink that meat is. Now, you also have, this is a regular swordfish, you also have what's called a pumpkin swordfish. So swordfish feed on krill, shrimp, octopus, squid, mackerel, things of that nature. A pumpkin swordfish has a pumpkin flesh color because they are what they eat, just like us. We are what we eat. And the pumpkin swordfish mainly feed on shrimp and krill, which give it that pink color. And in my opinion, my personal opinion, if you ever run across any pumpkin swordfish, buy it. Because it is the bomb. It is absolutely delicious. It's sweet because it's pumpkin color.
What about the exterior of the fish, though? How would you know?
You
Other
can't.
than cut,
You
need to cut it
You got to
open.
cut it open.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Now we're going to take. Well, let's see. Let's take the skeleton. Got ahead of myself there for a second. It's pretty exciting stuff, isn't it? All right. We're going to move him over. Now we're going to do the same thing. Come in from the back side. Come straight on down.
Fred, if you go a little too hard there, you might have a lawsuit on your hand over here. If you go a little far with that knife,
Oh, yeah?
it would have been straight to the jugular.
Uh-oh.
I would have headed back to Miami.
I
was thinking about it. I was like, this is my time.
have a license. All right, so what I'm doing now is I'm just cutting the skeleton away from the other loin. You got to be careful not to get too much meat on that side.
Fred, some of them are asking if you brought fish glue today.
I have some in my back pocket, actually. So the very first time I filleted a fish, I was 18 years old, and I was in culinary school. And the chef said, "Oh, Fred Neuville, you French guy, huh?" I'm like, "No, sir. No, my heritage is French, but I am not French." He said, well, you were the poissonnier today. Poissonnier means I got to cut the fish. So I cut the fish, and there was a salmon. I was filleting him up, and I went like this, and I went right through the center of the fish, destroyed the fillet. So I looked around, and I said, "Anybody got fish glue?" Everybody laughed. They said, "No, but you're washing the trash cans tonight." He wasn't too happy with me. All right. There we go. Look at that. That's beautiful. And I will just cut that off right there. Okay, so now that we have all of our loins, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this fiber off the belly. I'm going to show you what this is. Look at that. Look at that.
There's the shot. He wants it. He wants it.
You want one?
Yeah. There you go, guys. There it is. We're not going to charge you the $100. We're just
Now, I have done these before where I've cold smoked them.
yeah.
Cold smoked the whole thing, low and slow. See if there's any in there. You got some?
Let's see it on camera real quick before you get into it.
Okay.
All right, just so they can see, just
Nice.
so they know this is legit food boat for real.
There you go. Nice.
One more right
Hey,
there.
you got a spare?
Yeah.
2 for 1 deal.
No.
He shakes his head. He's like, hell no, I ain't doing that.
All right.
Awesome. So you cold smoke these guys, and it actually cooks the marrow, and then you can. Salty,
Really, like it just
Smooth.
came out of the water.
just like it just came out of the water.
It's like a seawater jello, basically.
Exactly,
It's
Jello
just
shot.
A little bit briny, but kind of gelatinous. It's great.
Beautiful.
Are you getting in on it, Alfred?
I don't know. I think this guy just wants a brand new steak, swordfish steak over here.
You want one, Alfred?
I'll try it. Why not? Let's go. Put me on camera. Let's. All right.
Just take your finger, dig it out.
Hold on. Let me get this camera down. All right.
Ooh, you got a lot of faith in that stuff.
No, it's fine. That's fine. It's okay. Let me see. All right.
Take your finger out. Salty, jello-y, yum.
Yeah, it's like the end of an oyster.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I want 10 of those. Let's go.
Good job.
That's good. I like that.
Isn't that delicious?
Yeah.
Alfred, paper towels right
All right. That's what I need. Paper towels, guys.
Okay, so now what I'm doing is I'm just trimming away this. That's the sinew that's on the belly. That's pretty tough.
That's good bait, by the way.
The belly meat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I actually did a video with one of my friends. His name is Pedro. He has a YouTube channel as well called The Pescateria.
Ah,
And we went and we caught 6 of these guys in one day.
wow.
Out of Miami in the Key Largo area.
Uh-huh.
And they're so hard to catch, right? If you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, they feed at night, right?
Well, he's catching them during the day.
Oh, wow.
So they're deep trout. And it's pretty impressive to see.
How far does he go down? Because these guys, they swim. I mean, they go 3,000 feet.
2,000 feet of water. When we caught them, we were about maybe 2,000 feet of water. That particular day, we didn't have the sizes necessary to keep.
Uh-huh.
But everything's the bite. You know, they gotta see the bite. If the guy who's actually working the rod can't see the bite, the people that you guys use it's commercial guys, right?
Yeah.
How do they catch it on the commercial side?
They're using a hydraulic line that they shoot down. They're using a line that they shoot down with a
Hydraulic line all the way down?
all the way down.
But
Yeah.
long line, like a
Long line, but they're bringing them up live. Because when you're long line, like it's not like the controversial long line where it's a bunch of dead fish.
yeah.
Like they're bringing them up. That fish is still fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know they have special heating elements in their brain and around their eyes so that they can sustain it or live in colder waters. They love generally like 65 to 74 degrees, and they migrate like 1,000 miles up and down the eastern seaboard, western seaboard.
Yeah.
But they can go deeper because they have these special heat sensors around their eyes and in their brains. That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. I just learned something. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Now, what we're going to do is you see this? This is called the bloodline. This is extremely fishy. So whenever you cook swordfish, you always want to make sure that you get all that out. I would need it. It's very fishy. So what we're going to do is we're just going to cut it out.
Makes good dog training.
Does it?
Oh yeah.
You make jerky out of it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Actually, also, what I've done with bluefin before, if you take that and marinate it in like a teriyaki sauce, or you make like a Italian seasoning or something, you can do it kind of yakitori style, and it'll taste just like beef.
You learn something new every day.
I do not.
I've been throwing this away for years.
I always cut out and throw away my bloodline.
Yeah.
And last year I had about 16 tuna to break down, and saved a bunch, dehydrated it for the dogs, and I marinated some and gave it a shot.
And turned out great, huh?
Yeah, it was great. I wouldn't even know that it was fish.
That's crazy. I never knew that. Where'd you learn that?
I actually saw it at Cutico over on James Island. They were selling some bloodline. Like, you guys
They were selling it?
Yeah, I was like, you guys eat that? They're like,
That's
yeah, great.
That's
There's
crazy.
people that eat lionfish. I mean,
Lionfish is good.
yeah. I mean, but before everybody knew about it, they wouldn't eat it.
Well, that's awesome because, I don't like to throw anything away.
No. Yeah, same reason, right? So I try to use everything I can on it, break down the collars, the belly, and too many times people throw away the best parts of the fish.
Yeah. You want to try?
Cheeks away. Yeah. Thanks. Cheers.
Cheers.
Giving out little pieces.
Sure.
It's exciting.
You want a little bigger one?
Yeah, I mean, whatever you're willing to offer, man. Let's go.
It's as fresh as you can get it.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Let us know what you think.
Man.
Delicious. Very fresh.
All right, so we got the bloodline out of that guy. We're going to get the bloodline out of this one, and then we're going to break him down, take the skin off, steak him up. Man, is that fresh or what?
It's really fresh. Very good.
Wow.
Buttery.
Yeah.
I mean, look how translucent that meat is. Now, swordfish is very healthy for you. It's got a lot of omega-3s, which helps with blood pressure and high cholesterol. But it's also high in mercury, so they say don't eat a whole lot of it. But, I mean, it's a give and take situation. There we go. That's good enough. We can scrape that out. Isn't that something? I never knew you could do that with the bloodline.
Yeah.
Well, there's your next project, Derek.
Is that why you set it aside? Am I supposed to smoke it now?
Yes. All right. So here we go. There's one beautiful fish. It's his sword.
Dad, Asher just claimed it. He's my godson.
That's funny.
It was his dad's farm where it was sitting in the cooler, so
We can take a picture of it.
yeah, you can definitely get a picture.
Gotta make a little more room here. All right. Have you ever had pumpkin swordfish?
I have not.
There's nothing like it in the world. Now,
So there's a premium when you come across it.
yes.
What would you say the premium price is, like compared to regular swordfish?
Now they can tell when they core it, right?
Yes.
When they core it at the dock.
Yes, they can core it. So I would say it's about $3 a pound more than regular swordfish.
Wow.
I believe this went up last time I bought it.
You bought your stuff. You bought all this from Cheney? Or
What's that?
who'd you buy your fish from? Cheney?
Crosby's.
Crosby's? Oh, that's right.
Yeah, all my fish came from Crosby's Seafood.
Yeah, so you were buying from Young's Island because he sells to them.
Yep. Yes, sir. Best seafood in town. So one time, I was doing a wedding, and they wanted a whole fish. So I decided I was going to do a whole swordfish. I started thinking about it. I'm like, how am I going to cook this whole swordfish? So I found a guy that made smokers out of propane tanks, old propane tanks on Dorchester Road. So I went and bought one for $1,000. Put the swordfish in there.
You bought it for $1,000, and the actual
Just to do the wedding.
Yeah, the wedding was probably $800.
Yeah.
Like, but I got a new smoker.
I got a new smoker out of it. Sorry, honey.
Yeah, I'm good at business, babe.
Right.
Trust me.
Right.
I'm looking long term.
This wedding, we lost money, but I got a smoker out of it.
Yeah.
So,
Funny.
Fish came out great. Well, I didn't tie the sword down on my way to the wedding. So I'm driving, and I got my buddy behind me who's helping me out for this wedding, and he calls me and says, Chef. I'm like, what? The sword fell off the fish. I'm like, oh, no. So I stopped, pulled over, picked it up, got it to the wedding, and put the fish on the board, and I got some swordfish glue and glued the sword back on there.
Swordfish glue, they don't know about that. That's in the book.
Actually, I zip tied it on. That's what zip ties are good for, huh?
I use them for everything.
Oh, listen, I was just Derek uses zip ties for everything.
Yeah.
Zip ties and duct tape.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's do
In the
it.
Army, we used to say, if you can't duck it,
F it.
Zip tie and duct tape.
100-mile-an-hour tape. You can take something down and it'll still be there after 100 mile an hour.
There you go. All right. I think we're good. Now what we're going to do, we'll clean up that a little later. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the skin off.
We're gonna skin it now.
We're going to skin it. So the skin, you could cook with it. You could cook with the skin on. The skin will fall off after you cook it, or you can skin it and not worry about it. So you see how tough that is. I shouldn't have sharpened my knives before, huh? All right. Now you see how that's taut. So I'm pulling it, and now all I have to do is just slide my knife, and hopefully I get it all. You want to keep it taut. Makes it a lot easier. There you go. Now, what would you do with the skin?
I've tried it before.
And more.
Sometimes I've done like skin on, more so with salmon usually.
Uh-huh.
But if I'm gonna grill a whole fish, I'll do skin on. Depending on the fish. Like if it's like a snapper or grouper type,
Yeah.
I'll do a whole fish and I'll either fry it whole or
Yeah, well, you can eat that skin.
grill it or salt.
But I mean, this.
I've done a swordfish
No?
before.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Cure it and see what happens.
Yeah, it would be cool.
I've never done anything with it. Yeah. But he knew he about the bloodline, about dog treats. That is pretty damn cool.
Yeah, actually, I'm almost out of the bluefin. I just gave the dog some last night.
See how I'm working my knife back and forth. I missed a little bit there, but we can.
So during COVID, when I had COVID, was down hard with it. Mariner was eating yellowfin and mangrove snapper that I had left over from Louisiana.
Yeah.
The Mexican golf guys. It was one of those things, right? Like what you just said, that like the dog treats.
Yeah.
Mariner, that was like his food. It's like,
Yeah, when we
Yeah.
pull in
It'll be
all
okay.
the mahi around here, end up getting everything out. Like a lot of the Dorado or mahi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll have the egg sacs and save the egg.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
If you mix that, scramble some eggs with it, that's really good. Or again, get rid of the dog.
Or even brine them.
I haven't done brine. That'd be
They're
good.
delicious. They pop right in your mouth, just like caviar.
Yeah, throw it on like a seafood curry pasta or something.
Yeah.
Little topper on there.
It's delicious.
That'd be nice.
You want a little more?
Sure. Here.
yeah,
That is a little one.
See?
Good. Try it. You're gonna like it.
Cheers. Yep. Show the camera. You, not me. I don't care.
Healthy, right?
There you go. It's delicious, huh?
It's good for your health.
What I heard about once, like with the rockfish, a lot of times they make a stock with those.
Yeah.
And spiny lobster. The spiny lobster stock comes out really good. It's super rich though, so you got to cut it, and then that's when something like the rockfish stock will come in, and then do like a chiapino with it.
Delicious.
Yeah.
That is
To the
awesome.
extent of killing such a good fish, might as well make the most of it.
Eat the whole thing.
Exactly.
So if you miss some, don't worry about it. You can do like this, just peel it back, or you can cook it and then peel it off after you cook it. All right. You want to steak all of this? You want to steak it all? What do you want to do?
Yeah.
Okay, so for grilling, get rid of that glove. For grilling, you want a nice thick steak. So you want them about an inch thick, inch and a half thick. And the reason is because if you cut them thin, then they'll cook quick and dry out. Swordfish has a very high fat content. That's why they taste so buttery. But you're cooking them thick on the grill because that's dry heat. I'm going to be cooking them in a pan, which is moist heat. I'm going to be sauteing them. So I'm going to be cooking them in oil.
What oil you usually use with saute them?
Do you want to open the box? Did you bring garlic and the clove, or did you?
I brought you garlic.
Clove garlic? I got to chop up, not already chopped garlic?
Welcome to the food boat, Fred.
There you
So
go.
this-
Look at that. Huh? That's beautiful. So that's about an inch. That's an inch. That's an inch thick. That'll grill up real nice.
Oh yeah, that looks good.
Real nice.
So when you're sauteing them, what kind of oil are you generally using?
I'm using olive oil,
Okay.
extra virgin.
Yeah.
That's what I like. In the restaurant, I would use the olive oil canola blend because it's the yes, higher smoking point.
That's what I was wondering, like something like an avocado or maybe a coconut.
You know, I've not done that. Have you done that?
I'm just generally opposed to canola oil. I know it's good for cooking, and every restaurant has it. I'd say something like maybe an avocado or grapeseed, maybe.
Grapeseed. I've used
You
grapeseed.
got a high smoke point.
Yeah. You know, you got to be careful these days because everybody's allergic to everything.
Yeah.
What do you think that's about?
I think it's about our food, all the antibiotics that we have put into our food supply, and chemicals and stuff. So now everybody's allergic to everything.
Yeah, that's all right. This is 100% organic and choice.
Yeah.
Sustainable. All the keywords you want to hit.
When was this caught? Somewhere either between last Saturday or Sunday. The boat came in Monday morning and offloaded, so I got the last one caught. And the only reason was he was going to give me a pressure, but with the storm front rolling through, we had to get the boat in and get it ready to go back out.
I mean, even with that, this meat is just.
You guys got this in Florida?
No, this was Young's Island.
Oh, okay.
This is Young's Island Fish Company.
Okay.
You want to throw that in the ice?
They're based in Miami earlier. I wasn't sure.
No, he's from Miami.
Okay.
So this is going off to Carolina. 250, 300 miles out.
Yeah, so you gotta get out quite a ways on the East Coast here.
Yummy.
Hey, Mr. Keaton.
Now what I'm gonna do?
The man.
Cut that belly meat
Joe,
off.
what's going on, man? How you guys doing? Good to see you guys.
You know that?
Hey,
Yeah.
we've been filming when the fish was hanging.
I'm sorry I couldn't hear you.
Oh man, it's been awesome. Fred's doing a crazy job here.
This is the first fish I've ever filleted.
I think so.
It somehow came perfect.
I know.
It's like great. And
I mean, it is a swordfish.
it is.
How you doing, Fred?
Good. How are you? All right.
Joe, what's your latest derrick mission / rescue?
Oops.
I came here to clean the table well. Okay, clean the table.
He came to clean the table, guys.
That's his problem today.
Fred,
Hey.
this is for Lincoln Tracy.
Nice.
Good.
Now, one thing is, it's starting to warm up out here, so
he built this.
you want to cut them and get them on ice as soon as
He
possible.
built this table before the actual show.
Oh, wow.
So I think we found Derek's new calling.
No, Derek's not going to be good.
Now, I'm cutting that belly meat off.
Derek gets
I'm not going to
a
throw it
lot
away.
done just
We're actually going to use the belly meat in our recipe that we're going to cook for you, the swordfish piccata.
It's all right. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I saw that on the menu. That's got me excited.
That's good. See, you doing all right?
good, of course.
Having fun?
Yeah, I just got back from Germany. I was over there at the boat show over there. It's pretty cool. I'm now going to eat some fresh swordfish in Charleston.
It's
Life
beautiful.
is good.
Yeah.
Life is
Yeah,
good,
you're
Joe.
a dream for sure.
You want to try a little piece? Sashimi? You want to? Let's go.
I'll cut some off for you. Here.
We'll get I guess a little bit. Let Keaton get the Jello shot.
You want the Jello shot?
No.
Yeah, you want the Jello shot of the sea?
You can just taste it.
You want to
Huh?
taste it?
It's
Come on,
beautiful.
Keaton, I saw you on the food boat. You're not
Look.
important on the food boat.
We're
This
not
is
playing
your
with
moment to shine.
I've been abused enough by this guy. I want to about to step into that.
Come on.
I'll try it.
Hold on.
It's good.
Yeah, I have a standing rule: never do what Derek tells you.
Come on, Keaton. You got one shot.
No, I ain't doing that. You wish.
It's delicious. You like oysters?
Yeah,
You like raw oysters?
sometimes.
It's just like a raw oyster.
It's literally the same thing, but better.
And there's not bad for you.
All right, so we're getting close to to get to the actual.
Cooking?
Yeah, this is getting close. It's about a week old.
Swordfish from Boca years ago.
Yeah,
Sailfish.
sailfish. Big difference.
Well, if problem with when you do that the flavor just keeps with you. You're like, oh.
What do you mean, the flavor saver? That's a good problem to have, kid.
You'll learn.
Yeah, you'll learn.
I probably will.
One day.
I've done enough shows before.
How much do you want to cook up, Derek?
Anything and everything.
You're the man making.
Hey, I'm having lunch, so, and I'm having swordfish, so this whatever slice you can have for me, this is gonna be my.
That's plenty.
Yeah, that's good.
Is that good?
Yeah.
We can cook up more.
Listen, there's plenty here, but
Yeah, we got plenty.
I mean, ultimately, the payoff for everybody watching this video is gonna see how good this fish is when it goes into someone's mouth.
Right.
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 That explosion of
Flavor.
taste, yes, and flavor.
So now that I'm ready to fillet this up, pound this out for our swordfish piccata.
Okay.
What I want to do is I want to start warming my pan up before I do this.
All right, this is a castaway pan that we're gonna have to use right now for the ice as well, but that's a behind the scenes low key.
That's right. In this castaway pan.
You know, Derek told me, hey Alfred, you might as well just get one while you're here. So I might.
Oh, these are wonderful pans.
I see some gas coming through there. There it is.
There it is. All right, so we're going to get this, start warming this up, and then we're going to come back over here.
Clean that table, right?
Keaton, you ready? You ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Come on, let's go. Let's see that motivational face. Come on, Keaton. Go grab that right, kid.
Okay,
you got
great.
this.
So whenever you're ready to clean the table, just cue that.
All right.
He's got one job, Fred.
Clean that table.
This is his moment.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this up a little bit. All right.
I tried this sushi. I tried the barbecue steak. That's pretty good. After that.
Cut out the rest of that bloodline. All right, now what we're going to do is we're just going to pound these lightly.
See, I've never seen that happen. I've never seen anybody do that with fish.
Yeah, if you don't want it to,
Never seen that. It's like a trick. You just made that fish bigger.
Yeah.
And it weighs the same. How long have you been a chef? Is that what you call shrinkflation?
This is 2 ounces turned into 6.
Well, it looks like a 6 ounce.
Just add water. These are those restaurant secrets that we don't know about.
You see that? I'm in shock right now.
That'd be a good fish missile.
Exactly.
Take something like that, roll it in some mango.
There you go.
Quick fry.
I've never seen that.
Now you see the difference.
Yeah, right. That's why I'm like, great.
You see the difference in the loin as opposed to the belly. The belly, I can manhandle the belly. We have plenty of these dishes, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's on YouTube. Joe, don't worry about it. It's on YouTube. You'll watch it. It's on YouTube. I don't even know if I want to work today. I just want to film the food boat and eat.
Can you turn that off for me, please?
All right, we're getting
Thank you.
hot.
All right, we're getting there.
That's one of the ones that don't.
What, you think the food just happens by itself?
Yeah, it's magic.
No, it's not magic. That's why we're showing all the effort here.
Are y'all live now?
We're live right now. So we're live and we're filming in 4K as well.
Don't mess up.
I
Like you saw the fish from the very beginning, right? It's pretty cool, right? What Fred's doing. I think you got some young fans already here, Fred.
All right.
I mean, that's pretty cool. Like you got a whole new generation of young chefs.
There you go. I love it. You can clean whatever. All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do our. How's it going? Good. We're going to do our swordfish piccata.
All right, guys. All right. So let's show what we're working with, right? So this is what we're going to cook up.
Yep. Swordfish, right out of the water. Now, this is our roasted pepper.
I remember this guy. I remember him.
What did I do with that knife? You got it over.
Which one?
Just take a nail and cut it up on a tree.
All right, we're just gonna wipe this off. I'm a little freakish about sanitation, so I'm sorry.
What's that about?
But it is what it is, guys. This is field sanitation.
All right. Well.
Okay, so
I like it since I'm eating it. That's good news for me.
there you go. So then we,
Yeah. I'm not gonna have a stomachache on the plane.
there you go. Oh, I thought you drove.
No, Fred. I'm in Miami. That's crazy.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, it's not.
All right, so I cut it in half, take the seeds out, and then all you got to do is just scrape it.
Oh, wait a second. Hold on a second. I remember this question earlier. Well, who was it that said, well, it looks horrible and da-da-da and all this good stuff? And that's not 40 years that you're telling us, right? 40 years.
That's right.
There's no substitute for experience. Isn't that what everybody said?
That's a fact.
There's no
Substitute for experience.
It's a beautiful thing. That is
right.
So good. So smart, too. And then you steamed it at the end while it was closed up in the aluminum.
So that separates the skin from the meat.
Boy, I smell it.
Doesn't it smell good?
Flavor.
Yeah.
I smell it.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So that's a good point. What's the first thing that you do when you walk into a restaurant or you're in the parking lot?
Oh, you smell.
Smell.
You smell. You're like,
So you eat with your nose first,
yeah.
right? And it says, yeah. And then, what do you eat with next?
Your eyes.
Your eyes.
Yeah.
So if it doesn't look good, what do you think your taste buds are going to tell you? But it might taste good. And then the last thing you eat.
All three is your taste buds, and you taste it.
Yeah.
Keating, the 13-year-old, is dying to show you how he wants to clean the table for you, Frank.
Okay.
Can we break for a quick?
Yep.
Keating.
How you going to clean that table?
All right, guys. We got Keating over here.
Look at that. A weapon.
It's a weapon find you.
Nice.
Hey, there's a very expensive camera there. Keating!
Nice.
Expensive camera there, Keating. Come on. Oh, no. This is No, actually, you know what?
There you go. Look at that.
There it is, guys.
So here first.
You were right there. I don't know what
You can smell like fish all night.
I think this is where the chit show begins.
You had Alfred more nervous than a gerbil in a Key West pet shop.
Good job, Keating.
Thank you.
Good job.
Keating.
Nice job. Was that all your idea?
Yeah, that was all. No, that was his idea.
Awesome. That's awesome. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to julienne these suckers.
That was pretty funny.
I like the ingredients.
It's not my fault.
It's okay, Keating. We're good.
Yeah.
And actually, we can work again. There's multiple
That
chefs.
added to the chip show.
Yes, there's going to be multiple chefs here on the food boat this weekend.
There you go.
All right.
Try that roasted pepper.
Oh yeah, guys, look at this. Oh yeah.
Huh?
Wow.
So, like I said, cooking is all about building blocks of flavor.
Yeah.
You have the roasted, right? You have the acids that the white wine and the lemon juice bring out. They cleanse your palate, thus bringing out all the flavors. So here we go. What we're going to do is we're going to salt.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Any specific go-to you like for your smoke?
Kosher, red box, Costco. Tastes less salty, and it's inexpensive.
I missed the
Sea
shot.
salt, you know, I'll use Himalayan salt to garnish. You know, black salt, fancy stuff. But
Like a Fleur de Sel or something for like a finishing.
yeah. But kosher, red box, best salt ever. Not high in salinity. So when I opened up Rue de Jean downtown, we had a problem with our salt content. Everybody was saying everything is so salty, right? I was using Blue Box kosher salt. So I didn't tell anybody. I switched to Red Box and they used the same amount and it was less salty. Problem solved. So we're salt and pepper in our swordfish. Okay. You can get it at Harris Teeter also.
We got all these different salts, so every time we go somewhere, get a box of salt from the area. Or
Are you gonna leave that table there?
the one here just downtown at the farmers market.
Right.
That's the botany bay salt. I like that.
Love the Botany Bay
I
salt.
like that on my steaks because they're black portions, so I'll pack it in really good.
Yeah.
Let it sit for a couple hours.
Exactly.
We got pink salt, we got hot salt from Hawaii.
Now, if I had this swordfish and it was already staked, and I had it in my refrigerator, say on ice in a bag, usually what happens is some liquid will come out. So if that's the case, with this, that's not the case. You can see how dry it is. But if I had it in my refrigerator, what I would do is I would just pat it dry. I would just take a steak, take it, put it on the napkin. But I mean, it's perfect for sauteing. Okay? Pat it dry, now it's even drier. Now I want to season that bad boy up a little bit more. You want your meat to be dry if you're going to saute it, because then you'll get a better sear on it. Searing is flavor. What you're doing is you're caramelizing the natural sugars in that product. You're browning it, caramelizing the natural sugars, thus bringing out flavor. Here's my olive oil. Okay, see how that's smoking? That's what you want.
Oh, you can't do that to
He's
me.
teasing us.
What is
teasing
that?
us.
How are you gonna do that?
I'm gonna turn it up just a little bit more.
Oh, man.
Got to get a little hotter.
I feel heartbroken.
All right, there we go. Now we're ready. That's the noise you want to hear, and I put the wrong side down.
Wow, that looks amazing. That looks amazing.
Smell that. Now, you can, if you want, it's optional for this recipe to use flour, but I don't like flour on my. See, I put those two down wrong, but we'll be all right. We'll season them when we flip them over.
How long do you expect you're gonna have this on the pan?
So it's cooked.
No, you're talking to a layman for real. You don't want to give everything away. Where's your book? How can they find your book?
Amazon,
What would they look up?
The Fat Hen. The Fat Hen Cookbook.
Guys, if you want to go ahead, well, actually, that was the conversation that we had, right? Like having a 5-minute conversation with you is like speeding up your chef career by 10 years.
There you go.
Because all the mistakes that you made, you can tell them, don't do this, don't do that. So, definitely the Fat Hen on Amazon, guys. Check it out. Oh man, that smells amazing.
That sounds very long.
These are those two bad boys that I didn't get. All right. We got for the size of these little cutlets, I'd say we got about 2.5 minutes on each side.
Okay.
That's about it.
And in this case, if it were undercooked, it really didn't matter because it's such a fresh fish.
I mean, we've been eating it raw.
Yeah. No, I mean, but some people are going to ask that.
Right, exactly.
Is it
Now, go ahead.
Is it common to eat a lot of swordfish raw?
Yes, as ceviche, as crudo, yes. But what you also have to consider is that I'm searing it on the other side. Now, I'm going to take them off, and it's going to carry over cook.
Okay.
Whenever you cook, whatever you're cooking, however you're cooking it, will always carry over cook. That means carry over cooking means that you the product that you're cooking continues to cook.
Okay.
So say you cook a steak to 140. That steak's going to continue to cook to 150. That's what carryover cooking means.
Wow, that looks amazing. You always get
That's
the
not bad.
You always
That's
get
pretty
the
damn good.
Would you serve that at the Fat Hen?
I would, in a heartbeat. All right, we're going to add just a little bit more oil. No.
I'll be back. I'll be there today.
If I did, that would be divorce. Literally.
I'll Uber in there today.
All right, we're going to bring this pan back up to temp, and this is a castaway iron pan. This is one piece of metal. You cannot get a better pan than this castaway pan. All right, we got nice smoking. Huh?
Fred approved.
Fred approved. You got it.
There you go. You know, there is a very famous Fred in Miami.
Oh, I did not know that.
Oh, he's the most famous.
Alfred?
No, not Alfred. Alfred is kind of known too, but Fred the Crocodile.
Uh-huh.
So where I filmed the Chicho series, there's a 15-foot American crocodile.
Nice.
That we named after you, Fred. You're the reason. We knew this day was gonna happen. I want two pieces now.
You get 3.
Let's go! Wait for it.
Now, you know what they say about a chef's pepper mill, right?
Are you compensating for something?
Exactly. Exactly. All right. So, that's about as high as she'll go.
Keaton, while he does this, don't let this fall. I'm just gonna go get another battery real quick,
Okay.
just so I can continue filming this. Let me get through real quick so I can grab another battery.
All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, yeah, look at that. That's looking nice. Got a little Scooby snack?
I'll take one.
Now you see how that albumin's starting to come out of the fish? Right there? That means it's cooked.
Oh, wow.
We're gonna leave them in there just a little bit longer. You should get a picture with it.
No, actually,
Oh,
I don't know if Alex is.
all right.
What are you in today, Alex?
Because the sword makes it.
All right, here we go.
the old time sailors used to take the sword off and dry it so it's like a nice bone almost. And then they would draw on it like a tattoo. It's pretty slingshot.
All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add our shallots. You don't want to brown them. What we're doing is sweating them. Sweating means cook without color. Add our garlic. Add our roasted peppers. I'm gonna work on my knife skills, huh?
I wasn't going to say anything.
Judgment free.
But you just had to.
But you had to put that in.
Okay. Now what we're gonna add is we're gonna add our white wine. We're gonna reduce that down by half. What the wine's there to do is to bring out, it's an acid, so it brings out all the other flavors. It helps you mix your sauce. Now, when the wine reduces down, I'll add a little chicken broth to the sauce to give it viscosity, to give it depth. Okay? I'll reduce that down a little bit. And then at that point, if you're holding the sauce for any period of time, like say you want to make it ahead of time, you make it ahead of time, you add a little heavy cream. Before you add your butter, reduce the heavy cream down by half, and what that does is it stabilizes your sauce. So it'll last as long as you want it, and you can reheat it again. Okay? So, when I'm testing, I don't want to taste wine. I just want it there for the acid. Okay, so now I'm going to add my chicken broth.
Fred, I already hear the applause. You know this. In my head, I'm already hearing the applause.
I heard that. We're going to add our capers. Okay, now I always like to add a little bit of caper juice, so it makes it a little bit capery. Brine, yes. All right, we'll bring that to a boil. Now, lemons. They got a lot of seeds, right? So you can stand there and you can squeeze them over a little strainer, or you can just squeeze them in your hand. I prefer just to squeeze it in my hand, throw the seeds on the floor. Let somebody else clean them up, right?
I got this, guy.
You got this. You got this, Pete.
There you go.
Straight into the next video.
Now we're going to add our tomatoes. Now that's not on the recipe. I just added them there for a little texture. We're not going to cook them all the way down so they're not mush. We'll add that last. We're going to add our butter now.
It's a lot of butter.
When in doubt, butter it out.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's all reduced down. Okay, now the butter serves a couple purposes. One, it gives you a nice velvety feel on your tongue, and it also binds the sauce and adds flavor, of course.
You make your own butter?
I have, but I don't. I used to go through, what's 7 times 36? 560,
I got you.
something like that?
7 times 36.
You got me?
Go ahead, kid. Yeah, there you
No
go.
pressure. No pressure.
No pressure.
What was it again?
7 times 36.
This kid's gonna go far in life.
She's South Carolina math.
256.
So I go through 300 pounds of butter a week. I can't make that much. I'm going to add my lemon zest. All right, I'm going to add my parsley.
You know, when your dad was in school, the teacher would say, you can't carry a calculator everywhere.
Yeah. The old TI 86.
No. No.
A little bit of salt.
We didn't have calculators. If you're not his dad, you would be granddad. Okay. What they call them? Abacus back then?
Yeah. I was looking at the Farmer's Almanac.
Check this guy out.
Joe,
All right.
Joe right there. I don't know.
Here we go.
All right, guys, it's getting good. Uh-oh.
Here we go.
There's that applause I heard in my head. Oh, great. There you go. Come on, guys. Give it to me. That's what we're talking
There
about.
we go.
Oh, man. Oh, that is amazing. All right, guys, I'm going home
Swordfish
right now.
piccata.
Swordfish piccata. Fred, absolutely amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Actually,
That dish in your restaurant, what would it cost back in the days?
Stark, y'all
Something like this.
y'all brought
Something like that?
Yes.
Be $28.
$28, guys. So,
Well, you tell me.
Side of linguine or something?
oh,
Yeah, linguine, broccoli.
Broccolini?
Yeah, broccolini. Yeah, grilled broccolini.
Yeah.
all right. So, the dish is done.
Dish is done.
What would you tell somebody that watched this entire process? Because this has been all documented from point to point, right? What would you tell them if this is going to be their first time? What mistakes not to make along the way? You know, we showed the process. You said that you want to have all the actual ingredients so that you can get this flavor. Anything that you want to say to them before you go?
an Instagram reel.
If you are filleting your own fish, whatever fish it might be, always make sure to follow the bone structure
Well, YouTube.
of that particular fish, whether it's flounder, salmon, mahi, swordfish. Follow the bone structure. Let that guide your knife. Next, saute is high heat, quick cook. Always make sure that your pan is smoking hot. So you got to use the right oil. Now, I used olive oil. I used the extra virgin olive oil because I like the way that tastes. I like the mouthfeel, and for this particular recipe is delicious. You can use, in the restaurants, I used a canola olive oil blend, 90-10, just to bring up the smoking point. But always make sure that your pan is nice and hot. You heard the sizzle. That's what you want.
Yeah.
If you lay your piece of meat or fish or whatever it is in a pan and you don't hear that, take it out. Wait. That's a common mistake because color is flavor.
Color is flavor. There it is, guys. Oof.
Is that the name of your coach?
Yeah.
Color is flavor? That's a good name.
That is a good name.
I guess I can be your follow-on.
That's right. Nice to meet you. Did that? Oh, I went over. Sorry about that.
What's that?
I went over.
All right. I'm gonna get this on camera. Hold on. I want to. Let me see if I get this here next to Fred. You know, Fred, I'm brutally honest. That's why people know me. So I'm gonna pick this out. We're gonna see. All right, Joe, give me this chunk right here. This is the one I want. That's the one with this little piece right here, and that. There you go. All right.
Do a quick.
All right, wait. Come on, Fred. We got this. All right. Where do we got the forks? All right. Let's see. All right. Here you go. There's no worries. All right. All right, guys. Let's see what we got here. Ready, Derek? This is recording. Let's see. Mine's is recording. Oh, boy.
We're doing that with
Amazing. You know,
I know we're not running out far enough to get
like, so,
Where?
oh,
No, those smaller ones. There's smaller ones.
you know what I just noticed? All the things that you just said about how the butter will make your tongue feel certain way. Like, you don't notice that when you just go to a restaurant, you just know it's good, right? Right? Like, you're explaining the whole process, and I'm like, now I see, like, it's super flavorful.
You go back to that.
Let's open up a restaurant in Miami. If your wife leaves, you don't worry about it. Miami, we'll figure it out.
Miami will figure it out.
Sorry if you're watching. Is she watching?
I don't know.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
Guys, get his book. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching live right now, unbelievable. This is great.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, look, most importantly, thanks for supporting the food book, because it means a lot to Derek, and I think Derek and his channel have a lot of opportunity to show and highlight people like yourself, right? Because all these other people can learn from everybody, right? He's gonna have multiple guests throughout the weekend.
I mean, I learned, I don't even know this young man. I learned from him about the bloodline. Bacon jerky. I mean, that is
And he learned
phenomenal.
how to cut the swordfish. There's a couple things that he was asking about the swordfish too that you learned along the way.
I've seen the tomahawks before. A friend of mine's got a fish market out in San Diego, but I haven't seen actually breaking it down and cutting it out. So that was really
This is amazing.
You want to do an outro? And we'll end this stream.
Two of them.
That's awesome.
I'm supposed to work, but you know what? I might as well stay here. How many guests are you gonna have here all day?
Well, Gabby's up next. So Gabby's back there. We gotta do a quick outro and then get ready. So.
Wow,
We're gonna